Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Monday, the 26th day of July. Today, National Aunt and Uncle Day.
Okay.
We should hang out with our
We are
nephew.
aunts and uncles.
Maybe even a niece if we could get one to come visit. We only have do we have one niece?
We have one niece.
We have one niece and we've got several nephews, so I don't know. We'll have to see if we can make something happen. National Bagel Fest Day today. National Coffee Milkshake Day. National Disability Independence Day today, which is awesome. I know several people with disabilities that just like rise above that and they don't let it slow them down at all.
Absolutely.
That is such an inspiration. And today is also National All or Nothing Day. I don't know what that means. But
It means it's all or nothing.
Apparently. And it is a Movie Star Monday, and I am just almost embarrassed how excited I am to talk with Dee Wallace.
I love
and
Dee
if right now you're
Wallace.
thinking, Dee Wallace, who's Dee Wallace? Have you ever seen E.T.? She was the mother on that. She was in a little movie called Cujo. She was in The Howling.
She's
been in so many things.
Phenomenal.
She was like America's mom in the 80s, and I love Dee Wallace. And she's got a new movie out called The Nest. And I actually got to sneak preview this. I invited Heidi, but she was like, "It's too late. I'm going to bed." I watched it without her. So it looks really interesting. And I watched the majority of it, and Dee was awesome in it. We're going to chat with Dee Wallace coming up on this Movie Star Monday.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new study says the consumption of red meat could lead to an early death. Doesn't say.
You've been saying that stuff forever.
My favorite still. What is the name of that? Remember the time traveling thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't
what
eat the
name of
bacon.
it was. Yeah.
Okay, you can eat the bacon, but don't eat
Yeah.
those eggs. There's a video on YouTube. I don't know what it's called, but if I can find it, I'll share it. A new study reveals that tomatoes send out an electric warning signal to the rest of the plant when insects attack. The alarm system is so sensitive, even the tiny footsteps of a caterpillar can set off the alarm.
What?
Yeah. So the tomatoes are like,
No
red
way.
alert, red alert. Yeah. I'm not sure what they're going to do, but what do you mean you don't think?
I don't think so.
You think this study's wrong, Heidi?
Yes, I really do.
She's going to conduct her own study. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Florida man told police officers he was, quote, teaching it a lesson, end quote, when he tried to throw a live alligator that he had stolen from a mini golf course onto the roof of a beachside cocktail lounge. What? There's a lot going on there. 32-year-old man arrested Thursday early in the morning at a Daytona Beach Shores area. They spotted him attempting to throw an alligator onto the roof of a bar. They saw the man take the alligator by the tail, hit it against the awning of the building, and throw it to the ground and stomp on it twice.
Okay.
That's not nice, by the way.
Well, no, that's not nice.
He was taken into custody, charged with possession and injury of an alligator, unharmed burglary of an occupied dwelling, theft and criminal mischief. The man told officers he had stolen the gator from an enclosement at a nearby miniature golf course, and he was trying to throw it on the top of this bar. I think he's had a bit too much to drink.
Yeah, I was going to say, not only is it not nice, it's a little bit disturbing.
That's just mean. Don't do that. That is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Nicolas Cage attended a movie premiere in Los Angeles with his fifth wife.
Oh.
So, that's
All right.
cool. I hope they enjoyed the movie. You think it was one of his movies? I think it was.
I always liked him.
I
He's
did
a little
too.
different.
I'm sad to
but-
hear that he's got 5 wives, that he's on his 5th wife.
Well-
That's really sad.
You know.
Neither of us really know what to say there, do we?
What do you say? It's like, okay.
Hope this
To
one
each his
works.
own.
Hope this one works out, Nick. And I can't think, now we think of Nicolas Cage, I can't help but think our son was talking about the movie Back to the Future, Back to the Future 3, where he goes, these are my boys, Jules and Vern. And my son said he wants to hopefully have twins someday so he can name them, these are my boys, Nick and Cage. I was like, oh boy, your poor wife. Space Jam director Malcolm D. Lee recently said that he'd like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to star in Space Jam 3. I don't know when that's going to happen or what's going to be, but it's in the works. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of PureCanaCompany.com, promo code RADIO. A new report claims Disney has employees in every theme park whose job it is to just go on rides. How cool would that job be?
Well, you know what? That kind of is a load of you-know-what, because
people
you know
waiting in
how
line.
long people have
Well,
to stand in line?
But it's probably not like they've got 50 people in that line. They get a person in there just to make sure the ride is okay. I kind of like that idea. How else would you know when there's a problem? So it's a neat idea. A rare species of insect has emerged at the Big Bend National Park in Texas. Locals are calling this, are you ready for this? An acid-spewing land lobster from hell. I'm sorry, that's what they're calling it.
Okay.
So it's a new species
Why
of
are you
insect.
sorry?
Because that's quite the name.
Okay.
There are children listening. I don't know. That's
Okay.
just And my next 2 stories are not brought to you by Amazon, but they are both about Jeff Bezos. So the first one is Jeff Bezos. He's the guy that founded Amazon.
Yes, he
I just want to make
is.
sure people know who I'm talking about. I know he's very little known.
We still
about
don't know
it.
who lost
Most
it.
people. Ha ha ha. He founded it, but we don't know who lost it. You're using my material there, lady.
I am.
And it doesn't sound good coming from you either.
No, it does not. I would have to agree.
Oh, by the way, Jeff Bezos is describing his trip into space as, quote, his best day ever. He kind of has to, though, doesn't he? Because if you spent that much money going into space and you're like,
It was all right. Give it 2 stars.
maybe we'll go again. We'll see. And then the second story, our dog is in the other room
She's
barking
just,
like crazy.
yeah, I don't know what she's barking
I don't know what's
at.
going on. There's probably like somebody 5 miles away that she wants to say hello to. Jeff Bezos, the world's richest man, blasted off into space Tuesday on his company Blue Origin first commercial flight. He's the second person in the billionaire space race to take flight on his own rocket, following Virgin Group founder Richard Branson's flight on July 11th. Thanks for listening to your Scoop of the Day.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Super excited to visit with Dee Wallace, and I've seen Dee in so many amazing movies, and now she's got another one out called The Nest, and she's got another project called 13 Fanboy. Dee, how are you doing today?
I am just fabulous and awesome. How are you?
I am really, really good, and I got to tell you, I remember growing up, I saw you on the movie E.T., and you were the mom on E.T., and then you were in Cujo and The Howling and Halloween, and like all of these giant, big, huge films that are a part of my childhood and probably many other people's childhood. What is it like to be that person that everybody kind of looks up to and can relate to? That's got to be kind of cool.
It is cool. It's definitely a responsibility, but I love it, and I love my fans, and I love what I do, and I think that's probably what it's all about, right, is loving life and being happy you're alive, right?
Absolutely. And when the movie E.T. came out, that was such a huge blockbuster. Like, up until that point, I don't think any film had really seen that kind of traction. Was it kind of bizarre to be a part of that project and know that, like, everybody in America is seeing this movie?
Well, I don't think bizarre is the right word. Lucky, overwhelming, ecstatic. That would be the word I would use. Yeah, it was like, everybody knew me, but I wasn't a household name. After E.T., that changed.
And you kind of became America's mom through E.T., didn't you?
Indeed, I did, and I still am.
The new projects, we're going to talk about The Nest first. I had a chance to watch this one the other day. I clicked on, they sent me a link to watch it early, and I was like, boy, if I get a chance to watch a movie early, I am going to do that. It's a scary movie, but I like your role in this. You play kind of a fun character in the movie, don't you?
I do. She starts out as this very sweet babysitter, and as she is taken over more and more and more, I get to play that wonderful art that I love to play of all those different colors of changing into somebody evil.
and you did a darn good job. And again, this movie, I'm going to throw a link online to make it really easy for people to find The Nest. But The Nest is out right now. Let's talk also about 13 Fanboy. I just got a little bit of information on this, but this is another new project as well?
Yes, it is. We did it right before the pandemic hit. A lot of hype over the internet before we even shot it. And it's really unique. I can't believe nobody's done this before. Movie about real actors, so I'm playing myself. A movie version of myself, of course, but playing myself, stalked by a real fan, which, of course, has happened in this business. Never to me. My fans are always just really beautiful and loving toward me. But it has happened. I just think it was a really unique story.
13 Fanboy, because the person is a big fan of the Friday the 13th film series. So if you're a fan of the Friday the 13th film series, you're going to see a lot of the actors and actresses that you've seen in those movies, and now they're on this, right?
Absolutely.
This movie, it looks like it's coming out in October, so we got a little bit of time to wait before that one, but I'll throw a link to the trailer, and I'll throw a little bit of information on our page as well so people can find that. And the role that you play, you say in that, you actually play yourself then?
I play myself, yeah.
And what was that like being cast to be Dee Wallace? That's got to be kind of good.
Well, I take Dee Wallace into every role that I play. Sometimes she gets very, very lost behind who the character is. But the challenge for me was, okay, in real life, how would Dee Wallace react? And also serving the drama and the build of the movie, right? So I'm hoping that my fans think that I really pulled it off. From what I've seen of the movie, you're going to love it. I know when we were shooting it, everybody was exceptionally excited. Deborah Voorhees, who you know from the Friday the 13th movie, directed it. And it's just really different, some really great performances. My daughter, Gabriella's in it also.
Nice.
And we just had a lot of fun. And we got in literally, we shot it the month before we realized what COVID was.
Well, I'm excited that you got it done, and it's going to be out coming up in October. The Nest is out now. I've got a link to both of the films in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Your liver can regrow itself in 3 weeks. Huh? The Greeks had it right with Prometheus. I probably said that wrong. Turns out, Greek mythology, the Titan was punished by having an eagle eat his liver day after day. The liver would regrow at night. leaving him at the bird's mercy. It turns out
What?
the regenerative properties of this story are partially true. Doctors have found your liver can regrow in about 3 weeks. So not one day, but about 3 weeks. So that is really kind of cool to know.
Huh.
You're looking at me very confused. Like,
Well, I'm just wondering then, I mean, if it can regrow, why do so many people die of like cirrhosis? Like if it can replenish itself and regrow.
so maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's more to it than that. Or
Maybe
this
you
could
have to have
be-
an eagle eating it.
Apparently, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Heidi, for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I feel like we've completely botched today's fun fact. Now you know, sort of.
Now you
Thanks
know.
for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Japan. A Japanese robot by the name of Pepper is being urged to retire. Keep this in mind. Is a
Urged?
robot. This robot named Pepper is being urged to retire after getting fired from almost every job Pepper has ever had.
What?
I would like to watch a movie about this. Poor little Pepper, the robot that can't keep a job. I don't really know what's going on there, but does that just seem really
That
funny to you?
seems extremely bizarre.
It does seem bizarre.
And very alarming. If
Yeah.
you don't want the thing working, you turn it off.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, Pepper, I'm sorry to
You have
tell
to
you.
reason with a robot? There's something wrong
you're
there.
no longer able to do this anymore. You're going to have to
Wow.
move on. So I don't know what kind of jobs Pepper had, but I could fill in the blanks and make a really fun Disney movie about it, though. Should I start
That
writing
is
on
disturbing.
that? Yeah. Pepper's pink slip. No,
Mm-hmm.
probably not. That is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. She's a criminal oversharer. Police in Oklahoma tracked down a suspect on the most wanted list after she asked about the reward money about her on a post on Facebook. Laura Graves was busted on a charge of accessory to murder.
Gosh.
This is just the craziest thing because they post the weekly most wanted, and she replied saying, "Where's the reward money at?" A screenshot of her post. Detectives
Oh my
arrested her
gosh.
Thursday, set her bond at $500,000. They were asking for tips about her whereabouts in relation to a murder of Eric Graves,
Oh,
a
jeepers.
30-year-old who was found shot dead inside an apartment. Was not clear exactly how they're related. Other suspects, Jaden Hobson and Gabriel Hobson, were slapped with murder charges for shooting. Her comment on Facebook had users quite confused. They're like, "Girl, you better stay off social media. They can track you," one person commented. Somebody said, "Ain't going to be funny when you get processed." Another one said, the post was deleted, but there was a screenshot that captured the whole thing, and that has gotten quite a bit of attention. I've got a link to that whole story, by the way, in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by BetterResultsAdvertising.com. Nashville Fire Department investigators arrested a Taco Bell shift leader after employees, the employees allegedly set a fire that cost tens of thousands of dollars while they were playing with fireworks in the restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 25-year-old Courtney Mays was arrested with felony aggravated arson. The fire was set on July 5th, by the way.
It's like a Beavis and Butthead
Kinda
episode.
sounds like it. They went and got some discount fireworks. Oh, it's pretty cool. Store management contacted the investigators, reported some surveillance footage that showed what happened exactly. They ran around the store with fireworks in their hands. At one point, employees went into the men's room and returned to the lobby a few minutes later, placed an item in a trash can near the door, went outside. The restaurant began recording a video of the trash can on their phones. Anyway, it turned into a giant blaze.
Yeah, that's not smart.
It's a bad idea.
That's not smart.
Caused $30,000 in damage to the building. They said more arrests were expected in the coming days. So it's a terrible idea. That is why it is today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by Time4Rehab.com. Heidi, are you ready for this one?
I guess.
Lakeshore Brookwood in Birmingham, Alabama. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? I'll say it again. Lakeshore Brookwood.
That sounds lovely. I'm going to say it's a golf course.
I really wish I could give you points for that, but it's not. It's a rehab center.
See, and I was thinking rehab, but I was like, okay, that's too obvious, so I've got to
How
say
is
golf
that
course.
obvious? These are really tough,
Because
by the
it
way.
sounded lovely and relaxing and all serene, and so I was thinking,
Lakeshore
okay, this is a,
Brookwood.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a rehab center.
All righty.
That is how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by Time4Rehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. I love this story. Police officers buy a new refrigerator and groceries for an elderly woman in need.
Oh.
This happens in Texas, where the police chief took the opportunity to boast about his staff when they did something above and beyond the call of duty. They helped deliver a new refrigerator and groceries to an elderly resident in need. The police officer, Dusty Kincaid, recently visited a home after the department received a call asking officers to please check on the woman. When they got there, he talked to the woman and listened to some of her troubles. He said, I was just talking to her a little bit, and she told me her refrigerator went out, and she's on a fixed income. She didn't know what she was going to do or how she was going to fix it or get a new one or buy new food. He said it was one of those things where, it just kind of didn't go away. He couldn't quit thinking about it. I'm blown away from the response, they say, that I got from my fellow officers and coworkers. He said, I thought we'd start getting the ball rolling this maybe next week or whatever, we could get something. But instead, by the end of the day, they already had enough money to go buy a refrigerator and some groceries.
I love that.
The chief,
love that.
Terry Nichols, took to Facebook to kind of brag about his staff.
And rightfully so.
Check this out. He goes, opportunity to brag by a proud chief. There are too many SPD employees, both sworn and non-sworn, who gave their personal time and money to help out this lovely lady who needed a hand. I think this is cool, by the way.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Those in the photo were there to deliver the refrigerator, but many others helped. Very grateful resident. Thank you, Officer Kincaid, for stepping up and organizing this generous effort.
Wow.
He said he also plans to stay in touch with the woman who he has now befriended. So I think this is cool. He said she doesn't have very many people to talk to, so I'm going to stop by and visit her once in a while just to make sure everything's okay.
See, I love that. That makes me so happy.
And in this photo, you look and see the smiles on everybody's faces. Those who gived and those who received.
Yep.
Gived isn't a word. Those who gave.
I knew what you're trying to say, sweetheart.
Thank you. Can I go to sleep now? Those who gave and those who received, everybody's happy. And it feels so good to give. If you're in an opportunity to do that and you have that chance, do it. I mean, just do it. Mm-hmm. You're going to feel great about it. Heidi, it's time to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. That's not how we do this either.
I think you need a nap.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday.